What up? I mean, besides us, right? Sunday morning, January 26th at 5:49 here in western Iowa, where the temperature is 9 degrees. But there's no wind, so don't walk too fast and you won't get a wind chill. So it's cold out there here in the Midwest, and we're watching a big storm in California moving across the Southwest. Will it bring snow to the plains? Well, yesterday the models were saying, yeah. Today, the models are saying, nah. So back and forth we go. How it'll end up, we'll find out. Um, let's start with our weather spotlight. Spotlight. The Great Lakes ice cover on January 25th. So this is yesterday's report. Overall, the lakes are 26% covered in ice. Average for the last 60 years or 50 years is 25%. So we're right there. And Lake Erie is the big winner here, 87% covered compared to 47% average. The rest are a little behind the average, but Lake Erie is about frozen over. So your lake effect snow off of Erie is, well, you're almost done, but there's tons of lake effect snow coming for Lake Ontario, off of Lake Ontario, that we'll show you here in a bit. And as we continue with our weather spotlight, we're in Los Angeles, California. They have flood watches going on 4 o'clock this afternoon until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, mainly for the burn scars there in the basin. So where there has been forest fires and just charred earth, you get an inch and a half, 2.5 inches of rain, maybe even up to 3 inches of rain. There's just no vegetation to keep that, to keep that water still. It's just going to rush downhill anyway. So could be a dangerous situation here. The rain's certainly a good news, and that'll retard your fire danger. But then with the fires we've already had, that kind of rain causes its own kinds of problems, and that's what we're watching for here in the next 36 hours or so. Here are your hazards across the country. And we do see also some winter weather advisories, some winter storm warnings for Southern California. So you get up in a little bit of elevation, it's going to come down as snow. Still have those freeze watches up there from San Francisco through the central California coast, and of course in the Sierra Nevada into Nevada. Winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, winter storm watches for parts of California and Arizona. Winter weather advisories, other parts of Arizona into Colorado, a little bit of Wyoming, still freezing down there in Florida and Georgia. And we have some wind issues off the eastern Great Lakes, and more winter weather advisories there for upstate New York off of Lake Ontario, and it's going to be pretty massive, those snow totals. Here are your temperatures outside right now, and it's cold here in Iowa, single digits to start the day. And we're going to be near freezing this afternoon, so kind of average. Yesterday was pretty warm, near 40, and we're going to be in the 40s, even near 50 in the next few days. So warming up here in the Midwest, warming up this morning compared to yesterday already in Texas, into the south, and all the way up into the Northeast, where the Northeast was frigid yesterday, and they're going to be frigid again. We'll show you why here in a little bit, but it's a little warmer than yesterday morning. And so those are the current temperatures here, and so it's cold. All right, today's surface. Cold front through Texas, really. But on the warm side of that front, showers, thunderstorms, Texas, Louisiana, a little bit of rain, snow, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia. And then there's your main event, really, would be the California storm, that cutoff low in Southern California, with even some thunderstorms along the coast and some rain, snow inland, heavy snow possible, Sierra Nevada. And then you get up into the Great Lakes, eastern Great Lakes, some lake effect snow, but it's going to get colder there and more lake effect snow for the eastern Great Lakes. Rain continuing southeast into Texas. And that cutoff low, because it's cut off from the main jet stream, there's nothing really to push it along. It's not going to move very quickly. So more rain for the LA basin and for southern California into southern Arizona. And rain, snow with elevation in Arizona and into Colorado. Your 48-hour precipitation amounts, I mean, it's quite a bit. Again, from San Diego into LA, could see an inch and a half, two, maybe even up to 3 inches of rain. And then also East Texas into Louisiana and Mississippi could see a couple inches here plus in some areas. And then, of course, the rest is snow. So you get up into elevation in California, quite a bit of snow here, also into northern Arizona. And then off of the Great Lakes, I mean, it's still a foot and a half of snow up there in upstate New York off of Lake Ontario. And by the time we get into Tuesday, our low makes progress into the southwest with rain and snow, Arizona, New Mexico, rain southern Arizona and southern California, even in the deserts like Needles and Barstow. And it's rain in Texas, even thunderstorms into Oklahoma as well. And there you see your lake effect snow. And with that cold front draped across the Great Lakes, that polar jet's going to be right along that front for the next several days. It's going to keep that cold air locked into the Great Lakes and Northeast. And with that upper level low moving slowly into the warm moisture of Texas, we have severe weather to think about. Once we get into Wednesday, this is getting a little far out for the Storm Prediction Center, so they don't give you the normal, hail, tornado, that sort of thing threat, but they're saying a 15% chance of severe weather on Wednesday for central Texas, and then Thursday a little further to the east, which includes Big D up to the Red River and just to the west of I-35. So just to the west of Austin, Waco, and San Antonio, but something to watch out for. All right, let's check out the European model this morning, because again, all the models yesterday were showing tons of snow for eastern New Mexico, Texas Panhandle, even into the South Plains, through Kansas and Iowa, and now it's not. It's just not. So as we go through today, here's your showers and storms for the southeast. And we'll watch the rain here in Southern California. This gets us into tomorrow morning. And as we go, a little clipper system here through the Great Lakes. And our polar jet's going to be right here. Our cutoff low is going to be down here. And as we go through time, we see a surface low starting to form down the south of Texas. Some rain for the South Plains and into Oklahoma even. This gets us into Wednesday morning. And again, we still see that polar jet across the Great Lakes. It's going to send those clipper systems that way. As the low gets closer here, the upper level low gets closer here, and you can see these blue lines here, the 540 line, kind of around the low. So it's going to carry its own cold air with it. And then as it interacts with the warm, moist air in Texas, we're starting to see those showers and thunderstorms busting out on Thursday and moving right into Oklahoma, Arkansas. And, again, by Thursday evening, could see some severe storms here and then moving into Arkansas and Missouri. But, again, this was a big snowstorm on the previous runs, and it's just not on the runs today. And so this is one reason why, we try not to bite on predictions on the models a week ahead of time, but we're under a week, so they're flip-flopping. So we'll see how it goes. Cutoff lows are notoriously hard to predict as well. Will there be enough cold air to interact with it, and exactly where will it go when are some of the tricky factors. But as we get into the 31st here, a little bit of snow, Kansas, but it's mostly rain. And then, rain coming down here across the southeast, and not a big snowstorm at all. So that's the update. And of course, that's why we keep you updated every day. So your 6 to 10 day temperatures, warm east, cool west, and not a snowstorm for West Texas or the Texas Panhandle or Kansas or Iowa. We'll see if we'll flip-flop back tomorrow. And then your precipitation, this could be good news for lots of places that haven't seen much rain or snow. Certainly our chances go pretty high for above average precipitation for most of the country. So, will the models flip back tomorrow to a big snowstorm, I should say, or not? We'll look for consistency, and we'll keep you posted right here. Stay tuned to the Weather Mic. Have a great Sunday. See ya.